Hey YouTube, what's up? Kemando here with a video, obviously. And today I'm going to show you the basics of redstone, actually, because I know that most of Minecraft is enjoyed via the use of redstone. And because it's so awesome, it can be kind of intimidating to start to use because, quite frankly, it's really confusing if you don't know what you're doing. And until you get around and play with it, there's not a whole lot you can do about the confusing factor. So, here's redstone. This is a redstone ore. It can be mined with iron pickaxe or higher. And in this tutorial, a basics redstone tutorial by Kemando, I'm going to show how redstone can connect to different power outlets, like a piston, sticky piston, a door, you name it, whatever you want to power, how you can connect it in the various ways, and what will work and what won't, because I know a lot of videos don't show that, and you kind of have to learn it on your own. But anyway, redstone is used to make circuits. It's basically wiring that carries an electrical current one block. And each block can carry a current through it and pass it to the block next to it. But anyway, so you mine this with a iron pickaxe or higher. I'm in creative mode. If you're wondering why I made this huge wool wall, if you can hear outside, there is a shit ton of slimes everywhere because I hit flat world or whatever. And there's no way to turn off mobs in creative mode. So basically, yeah, so that's what the ore looks like. That's what it looks like. I'm using a texture pack, the Pure BD Craft, but it'll look similar to that, a ball of dust. And that's what it looks like on the ground. Stretched out, corner, connecting, out, diagonal, you get the idea, figure 8. But yeah. That's what it looks like on the ground in your inventory. Alright, so redstone is used. You need switches. To power things. So, redstone can carry a current 15 blocks. So I have a switch there. The switch will turn on and off the redstone. So, on, off, on, off, on, off. Etc. So it's on, and it will carry the current 15 blocks. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's the last block. As you can see, it kind of gets darker as it goes along. And the next block will just not have a current. Alright? Shut up, slimes. I just turned the volume down for you guys so you guys can't hear the game. Whatever, it's not like you need to. Anyway, that's as far as redstone will go. So it will not power on this one, but it will power right here. And yeah, that's how far redstone travels. Redstone can go up or down blocks, one block high. So you have switch, redstone, redstone, redstone. Go up a stair-like fashion. So we'll be able to go up here. It will not be able to go up there to that one. And to get it to go up the one block, you place it there, redstone there, and it automatically makes a line going up the side of the block. And it can go up or down this way. To power your piston when it's on. Like so. Sorry for the but I have this thing called post-nasal drip where I get like phlegm in my throat It can go in multiple directions. So there and there, and the redstone will go off like that. If redstone meets, it will intersect and go to both of them. Sometimes that is not favorable, but yeah. When redstone is going down a stair, if the corner right here is cut off, so say you put a block here, that will cut the current off. See? And redstone takes up one block, so you cannot place blocks inside of redstone, and redstone will not work if it's cut off like that, or like that. There's no redstone, and redstone will not just randomly carry it through a block and then to redstone. That's not how it works. It'll carry it through a block to a piston if there's a piston right here, but it will not carry it through to another piece of redstone. It is nighttime once again, so let me just sleep real quick. They should have day and night controls in creative mode. Anyway, back to what I was teaching. So yes, redstone can power objects in certain ways, very specific ways. The direct method, where the redstone goes directly into it, and it will power it. But if the redstone goes off at a corner, and the powered thing you want is at the edge of the corner, it's not going to work. So this is very inefficient if you have multiple things lined up and you want to power them all. But, alternatively, if you have blocks, say it won't work like that, but if you were to put them one block higher so that they were level with them, oh, it powers it because it goes through the block and one over. It will power all of these ones if they are of the same height. So if the redstone is on the same level as the block you want to power, it will do so in a line, but not on the bottom here. It will for that one because it's on equal level, but not these ones. And alternatively, it won't if it's not at all. Another workaround for this is, say you just want to power this one, you can break it off here and have that one powered, and then from here work around like that. Yeah, and also redstone will power it if it's below it too, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Nope, never mind, that only works for switches. So it will not power things that it's below, but if it's below a switch, it will be activated. So say I have redstone here and a switch here. It will still power it even though it's underneath that block. I don't know why, that's just how it works. Redstone is destroyed by either water or lava. So, take a water block. Do they have water blocks in this? No, I don't think they do. Well, that's a bummer. Anyway, water and lava will destroy it when it runs over it. So will TNT. It's not impervious to TNT. Also, redstone will not be able to be placed on top of glass. So, it just won't work. Anyway, so that's basically just redstone. Now let's get into redstone torches. These have a variety of uses. I'm not exactly sure what most of them are, but I'm going to show you a little tidbit in the end where they are totally applicable. They work great. But until then, I'll show you how they work. So, a redstone torch is a torch that carries a redstone current. It also takes up 1 block, but you cannot place blocks on top of it like redstone. Oh, yes you can. Okay, you just have to get it in the perfect spot. And redstone torch will carry the current directly up. Redstone will not, and it will not go down. But redstone can't do that on its own. So it will power this redstone up here if it's directly above it. So say I have no idea how I got it up there, to be totally honest with you. So I'm just gonna, instead of trying to recreate that, I'll just, yeah. Say I have a piston here. See? It'll be powered by that. So this works well if you want to make a kind of like a redstone trail, but I'll get into that in a second. So redstone is always in the on position. The redstone torch is always in the on position. It can be turned off with a switch, but it's very dependent on how it's connecting to it. And if the redstone torch is laid. So this will not affect it because this redstone dust on the ground is already being powered by the torch. So to fix that, there's a few ways. One, like that. Having redstone there will power the torch. When the redstone is on, the torch is off, and vice versa. This allows for inversions. So like say you want one piston to go up when another one goes down using the same switch. So like say you want to use that piston there, and we'll just use an example here. Like that, and then this piston here is up. Because it inverts the current. Redstone torches were used to repeat currents past 15 blocks before the redstone repeater was introduced into the game. But you don't really need redstone torches anymore. But you know, they work well for that, inverting current. And here's how to carry it up a block. So say I have a block here with the redstone torch on it, and I want to carry it directly up vertically. Like that. Torch there, turns it off. Go above it. Torch is on. You got to make sure you do the math right, so that if you want the one on the top to be on, you have to do certain amounts, like 1 on, off, on, off. So it's every other one. And then from here it will carry the current to whatever you want it to. In my case, sticky piston. And you can turn the current off. Not like that, but you get the idea. And like I said, it all depends on the orientation. So usually it won't work just like that. I just pointed, I don't know why. But say you have a block here and a redstone torch there. It'll still power the one above it, but now you can have a switch that activates it. When the switch is on the adjacent side or opposite side, it'll work. So, but that does not work going down. So if I were to have a piston here and a switch up there, it wouldn't work. It'll only go up. Alternatively, you can just make a staircase out of whatever block you want, except for glass and lava and water. And remember, it will not power it on a corner. So we're going to have it intersect Because if we were to place it here, it'd still be a corner, because these two blocks will affect each other. There's a way around that using these redstone repeaters, but I'll get into that a little later. So now it's affecting it, but say we don't want to use that anymore, and we'll just power it using our redstone. It works the same. Yeah, that about does it for redstone torches. They invert the current when redstone is on them, they go off, and redstone is off, they are on. Redstone connect to them in various ways, one of which being on the other side. And they also take up one space, like I said earlier. So you cannot place redstone in the same slot that you have a redstone torch, and vice versa. That will power it. It'll power the redstone automatically. But if I have it on the other side, it will not. This is where the switch comes in to turn this off. But this will not work if it's on the same side. Has no effect. If it's on top of a block that it's going into the side of, it will work. See? But if it's on the same level, it will not. You with me so far? Have any questions, leave a comment in the comment section below and I can get right on that. It's almost nighttime again. I'm going to have to take a little snooze again. That's basically the gist of redstone torches. Oh, and when a redstone torch is used, it carries the current an extra 15 blocks. So, that's a little nifty note. Alright, so now, repeaters. These are amazing. Alright? What they do is they carry the current an extra 15 blocks. So, say I have my switch here. Redstone, redstone, redstone. Turn it on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where it goes dead, that's where you'd place a repeater. You have to face the way you want to have it going, because repeaters can only go in one direction. And it will then carry it another 15 blocks. Sorry for the interruption. Let me just... I hope this is informative. Anyway. So yes, the redstone repeater will carry it, and redstone repeaters have 4 different modes, I guess you could call them. Right-clicking on a redstone repeater switches it, and this increases a delay in the redstone. So, say you have a piston here, and you have a repeater powering this one, but you have another piston here that is not powered by a repeater. The one that is powered by the repeater will have a delay, even on the first setting. 1, 2, 3, 4. That increases the delay. But a repeater in general adds a small delay. So this one without the redstone repeater will have no delay, and the other one will. If you can see that, the one on the left is taking longer. I could just bring the switch closer. See? The one on the right is going faster. And to increase this delay, you just right click, right click, right click. And that's the max delay. So that's, you can do cool things with that. Say you don't want a delay. So you would want to put, either you put the redstone repeater right after the switch before, so that it affects both of them. Then it adds the delay to both of them. Say you have one before them. Say your switch is way over there, and you have one before them. And then you have another one. right before this one. And another one. Say it's really long. So you have two basically essentially two repeaters affecting this one. And it has a delay that you don't like. You could add a repeater to the other one. And repeaters can go crossways. And they also take up one block. And they cannot have blocks placed on them because when you right click, it powers them. Or uses their function, I guess you could say. Anyway. So now there's a delay, right? The right one still goes faster because the other one has way more. But just one notch. Look at that. Exactly the same. Repeaters are also handy for powering devices. I'm going to call them devices in a line. Remember before how having redstone like that, going in like that, it wouldn't power them? Right? Well, let's add repeaters into the mix. So let's put repeaters here side by side. See? Now they can be all powered. Which adds for an interesting dynamic. And repeaters delay, you know, so like there. So now they're all going to go up and down at different times. Except for the two that are at the same distance. Alternatively, if you want to have this works well for doing stacked. This is just redstone, doesn't have to do with repeaters, but it could. So you have two redstone, I mean not two, just two pistons you want to power. You put a block there and a redstone there. Now this redstone, since it's on the same level as the bottom one, but it's going directly into the top one, it will power them both. See? Which works well if you want to do like a sliding door, you know, where I'll use red here. The doorway's here. Right? And this is your door, and you're like, lum-de-dum-de-da. In you go. You can have it the same color if you want to make it inconspicuous. So it's like, dude. It's like, oh my. So, yeah. Repeaters will not be affected if it goes into the block that's below it. It has to be on the same level to affect the repeater, and it has to be coming in it has to be coming in the back end. So, I could put that there. If the redstone goes in the back like that, it'll power it, but if it goes in the side, it will not. See? Even if it goes directly in the side, still will not power the repeater. It has to go in the back. And the back is determined the way you're facing. The front will be the way you're facing. So there's the front. This is the front I'm standing on. This is the back. It's really easy to tell. Whichever one, when you place it, if the things are close together, that's the front side. So now let's make a functioning door out of redstone. So say you want your pistons down there and you want your door to be red. And there. That's where you want your redstone. Oh, that's not right. Hold on. Yeah. I want your redstone to be there when it's extended. So whoops. So when it is extended, it will be grabbing this. And sticky pistons drag the blocks back and forth, whereas regular pistons will push them but not pull them back. So we put our redstone, not our redstone, but our red fluff there. And, you know, let's say this is a wall. And you want to have a secret door here that nobody knows about. Say this is like, I don't know, a fireplace or something. I like to use secret fireplace doors because they're fucking awesome. Let's just leave it at that. Alright, so this is also kind of a lesson in hiding your redstone. So say this is where you want your door to be. It's like, alright, cool. Now what? Well, you're going to want to path the redstone to these. So essentially you're going to want to dig underground, and since I'm using flat, that is the end of the world right there. So I'm going to have to be careful. But essentially you want your power to be here, connecting to these, which will work well. I'm not going to be able to completely hide it for you guys, but I can do my best. So I have the redstone there, and we'll use the repeaters because we want them side by side, like so. And then we can just cover that up, depending on how far back you want it to be. Say we want it a ways, and then the switch up here. But of course you're going to do this behind a wall, generally not always underground. Say if you want the switch right here, you'd have to like wire it accordingly, and always just cover it up afterwards. I like to have maintenance access to the redstone, and the redstone capable of like being able to fully stand as you follow the entire path. It's not always possible, but it helps a lot. So we can cover it. I'll cover it with glass just to show you the thing. We can't place a block here because we're going to have redstone going up here, and that would destroy the current, like I had said previously. So yeah, there is our switch. Now, uh-oh, it's only powering the bottom. Well, that's because we haven't wired the top yet. So we and we can use the stair method, or we can use the vertical. Stair is more commonly used, especially if you're building in a cave or behind a wall. So I'm going to go out on off the chain gang here and build something a little less traditional once it becomes nighttime, of course. I mean daytime, sorry, as I sleep. Sorry this video is dragging on, but I just really wanted to show you guys everything that I know about redstone. So we have our block here, and torch on this side, and then up, block there, torch, and block there, torch. And this actually works too. It'll carry it to the side like that. I think. I'm not absolutely sure. Hold on. Yep. So it can be on the side like that. In case if you don't want to bring it up like an entire block's length, only half one. So like now we can have a block on top of it here with a redstone torch here. Uh-oh. So this one is powering that. So this isn't going to work in that case. But in some cases it would, like I said. So we go up one more because we want it to be off. And have the block coming out like that. Like that. And the redstone coming down. And now we'll power these because they're on the same level. Hold on, I'm not sure this will actually power it. We could check. No, so it will not power this redstone. How's that top one even getting touched? I don't understand that. How is that one on? It's still on? This makes absolutely no sense. Oh, it's not. Her derp. I just had it in the wrong place. There. God. I'm an idiot. Alright. I botched that entire study just because. Well, anyway. So we'll bring it on this side. And then up. And here. And now this will definitely power it across. Powers them both since it's above them. And now we have a fully functioning piston door that we created in didn't take too long at all. Of course, this would be replaced with like grass, and there wouldn't be this hole here, and this redstone would also be hidden like under and in the side of a wall and then above a wall, like a roof or something. But now look, uh-oh, the top has a delay. How do we fix that? Well, we can go right to our repeaters here and just increase them by 1 notch. Top still has a delay, so 1 more notch. Each redstone torch adds a little bit of a delay too, just like redstone repeaters. There. Oh, still a tiny delay. Alright, 1 more notch should work. There we go. There we go. Perfect timing. Exactly the same. And now you're wondering, hey, what if I want to switch on each side? Well, that's pretty easy to do. You could just put a switch here. Say this is on the other side of the door. What the hell, I'll have it right there. And remember, like I said, it will power below. So, just for all intents and purposes, I'll have the power coming from the side there. And if you want it to work really well, just have it connecting to the exact same point that the other one starts. So, you know, it's like, oh, so this is the outside of your room. Sorry, I'm kind of babbling here, but hopefully this is helping you guys out. Open, go through, da-da-da, now you're in your super secret bedroom that nobody knows about. Why it didn't close? Oh yeah, redstone repeater. Because it lost the current. And now it's closed. The only fault with this system is that the redstone piston door will only open from the side it's closed on. So say you close it here and you have a nether portal in your room and you go in your nether, da-da-da, you come home and you're outside. You're like, okay, I'll find my house. You just walk to your house and now you're in the front door. It's like, alright, I want to get into my room now. Why won't it work? Well, because the other one's open. That's why. You can only open it from the side you close it on. That is a fault in this system. I admit it. And now, thanks for watching to the end. Here is an extra special way around that. It comes from a guy this video that I watched, link in the description, go check it out. But for now, I'll show you how to solve this problem. You're like, well, this looks awful complicated, Kemando. Get out of here, slimes. See how annoying it is out here? That's why I made that huge red wall. I can't even accurately show you with these stupid things in my way. Oh, I killed him. A lot of good that did. Alright. So we have two switches. They're both on the same side, but just like before, they power a piston door that's in there. Same type of piston door. Same design, except I use the stairway approach. And the redstone goes underneath to the pistons on the bottom. Except with this door, it's special because you can open it with this one. This is the other switch. Close it from this one. Right? It's closed. And then open it back up from this one. So it doesn't share that fault from the other one we made. Now this one's a little more oh my god, get out of here. This one's a little more space consuming because you need 2 extra sticky pistons and 2 extra blocks and 4 extra repeaters, 1 extra piece of redstone and an extra redstone torch. Now how this works is each input coming from the switches, or the inputs, lead to a piston to power it, which we went over in there. See? It just goes straight from the switch. I'll put the switch on top to make it easier to see. But the concept's the same. Except instead of having the inputs go directly to the pistons, they go, like the pistons that power the door, they go to a system that is made here, that I got shown how to make via this guy's video that I watched. It's very helpful. So instead of the switches powering the pistons that power the door, they're powering pistons that push a block back and forth. You're like, well, why does this work? And this is beginner redstone. I don't expect you guys to understand this right now, but once you get a little more adept at redstone, you'll understand how this works. So there's a redstone torch right here, alright? And the redstone torch is constantly carrying a current, like I said, and a red piece of redstone there. This allows the redstone torch to carry a current into each repeater. So each repeater is always on, and they're facing that way. Now, repeaters and redstone can carry the redstone current to this block, and then through it to the other side. But it cannot go through this shaft here. Get out of here. Anyway, so the current cannot go through the shaft here. So as you can see, this redstone repeater is not carrying the current through the slider of the piston. When you hit a switch, there's an output right here, okay? And the thing about this is, blocks can carry a current to the side of redstone. So say I have redstone right here, alright? I have a block right here, and I want to power this redstone. It will still be powered, even if it's on the side. Just keep that in mind. Sorry I didn't show you that earlier. Kind of slipped past me. So now, regardless of which input you choose, the open position is always off because the pistons are retracted. So here's off, and this one's off, which means this one's off as well. Now whenever you turn one of them on, both of these blocks will be in alignment. And when both the blocks are in alignment, it brings the power across, which goes through. If the block is here, it'll power it here. If the block is here, it'll power it right here. But if this wasn't here, it doesn't power it. and this allows the current to be carried. So regardless of which position each switch is in, as long as there is one on or both off, or both one on and one off, doesn't matter. There will always be a current going. Basically, to make this, I'll go above here, you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About a 4x4 block of space. So it's like right here. This is about the space you need to make this. I lied. It's 4x5. So I'll just give you a chance to look at that so you can duplicate it. Each of these repeaters is facing that way. And that is how you make it so that each switch can close and open the door regardless of which side you closed it from. So open from this side, close from this side, see? And then open from this side, even though it was closed from that side. One last thing before I let you guys go, with hopefully some knowledge of redstone. There's basic piston door side to side with the repeaters powering both these blocks, but again, you don't need repeaters. Only if, like, say you were doing ones side by side where I had a block there and a block there. Then in this particular case, repeaters would be unnecessary evil if you were. You don't need to, but and it will power both of them. Oh, already had a repeater there. And redstone. So it powers it. Pretty neat, eh? Here's something neat. This is what is called a I actually forget the name of it, but it makes it the current travel around and blink on and off and on and off and on and off and on and off really, really, really fast. Which I think in multiplayer servers burns out the redstone torches for like 5 or 10 minutes. But watch. So there's a current on right now, right? And each piston is pushed out. But when I hit the button, now I have no idea what kind of a practical application this would have. Maybe you could use it as a crushing machine to kill mobs or something, I don't know. But as you can, like if you listen, you can kind of hear a sizzling. And that is each of the torches burning out, and there's smoke there too, see? Anyway. So that is redstone. Hopefully you guys walk away with this from this video with a hefty knowledge of how redstone works and how it can connect to different things. I'm going to go over it again. So remember, redstone can power it if it's on a block even with the block you're trying to power and it's in a line above it. So like right here is above that, but you cannot lay redstone directly on top of what you want to power. And redstone torches will also do the same. Redstone torches can carry power across a gap, so do these things not die? Alright. Redstone torches can carry power across a gap as well. Sorry, I forgot to mention this. But, you know, so say I have a block there, torch, torch. And then redstone here. What the hell? Why isn't it working? I'm absolutely sure that that works. What if there's... hold on. Huh. Well, that's unusual. Will it power redstone? Yeah, so it'll power redstone. So it will go across the gap, but it will not power a block adjacent to it. So it goes across the gap, as you can see, and powers that. Think of this as a block space taken up by the redstone, and this as well. And it will power that. Same goes for this one. See? Shuts off. Because it isn't a line, but it's at a corner, basically, because it's not one block higher. It counts it as, like, I don't know, the end of the line if it were a train reference. I don't know. So, to power something, just to go over it one last time. I don't know what I was making over there, but anyway. This is a good demo of how it carries it. Redstone Torch carries a current to that block, which passes it onto this block, and then it won't go any further. So, say I have a piston at the end of that, it will not be powered. This was a delay demonstration I had. So, we have a piston here. It will power if the current comes in at it like that. Will not power will not power. Oh. But if it, alternatively, if you have a block underneath, oh, and then you have redstone going to that block, it will power it. See? Because it's going directly into that block, which passes it up. But, same thing, it cuts it off at the corner. And finally, if it's aligned on the top like this, it will still power it, even though it's on the side of it. Which is why this works. Because it's on even playing field. If this were to be like one down, it wouldn't work. So now let's try it. Nope. See? But, you know, if it's like that, it will work. Anyway, sorry for extending that so super fucking long, but thanks for watching my Redstone Basics tutorial by Kemando. Check out my links in the description. Subscribe, favorite the video, please. Like the video. It really helps me out because making videos, time-consuming process. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Check out my channel for some League of Legends videos and more games, more gameplay videos. And you can add me on Xbox Live at IR space. Hello. Endermen are scary. IR space Kemando. Link in the description, or name in the description. Link in the description to the video of the guy who I saw how to make this from. All credit goes to him for making this awesome device, which he called an XOR latch, which is a logic gate with circuitry. So yeah, hopefully you have a grasp on how to use redstone, and thanks for watching my video. Follow me on Twitter, subscribe, like the video, favorite it. Means a lot. Thanks a bunch, you guys. See you later.